That
Yeah.
it's all going to come down to that.
And, he was in the hospital last
And they
I
got
knew.
the chick to switch spots there.
In
Take one
custody.
for the team. Get her from the passenger seat over into the driver's seat there. Probably a little too wrecked.
Oh, you mean the
the
chick
move.
in the car with rugs?
Yeah,
Yeah, it would have been a good move.
Yeah, for
Offer her a
sure.
couple $1 million.
for sure.
Easily pay her
Yeah.
off. So, look, sweetheart, we've got your back. We'll pay for your defense. You're going to do 2 years.
Just pick her
You're
up,
going to
stick
come
her
out
in
with a
the
couple
seat.
million.
She's little, I'm sure. Just
You know she's young and
swap
hot.
spots. Yeah,
He's not
I would
rolling
hope.
around with a fucking some nana. You know, he's probably got some hot little thing on his arm. But yeah, he should have. Although she was pretty injured too, I think.
You're a little disappointed in the vet.
Yeah, I
I
wasn't
mean-
going to say it. It seems kind of.
I mean, he's still on the rookie contract, so. But I mean,
Yeah.
the new vets, I will say, are pretty cool.
yeah, trying
But
to
it's-
look like a
but
Ferrari or
it's-
something.
yeah, but it's still a vet. Yeah, I don't know.
I-
You got it's first
You know
contract
what-
money.
You know what, Troy? I wasn't going to go there. I
Well.
wasn't going to go there, but the thought crossed my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah. And I don't even know why. It's like it wants to be a Porsche. It wants to be a
yeah,
Ferrari,
it's still
but it
just a
can't.
vet. No.
It's just a vet.
Yeah.
What are you a vet fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
I'm
we
a
know
GM
what the
guy.
year at least? Does it say if it was at least a 2021, like a new cool
It
one?
doesn't.
Could have been like a 94, like his uncle's or something.
A used vet.
with the T-tops.
He got us a
18
graduation
version.
gift. Yeah, I don't know. And from the pictures I've seen, you're not going to be able to tell what year that
No,
vet was
probably
either.
not. Not nor the Rav.
Yeah, no.
Rav's a
no,
little
you're
toasty.
not. I did mention Loudoun County, Virginia. I don't know. I'm assuming a lot of people are paying attention to what's going on there. The big dust up. That's where a lot of people in this gubernatorial race is taking place. Virginia
love that word.
McAuliffe gubernatorial.
Yeah,
it's a good
it's
word.
a great word.
If you could spit it out, if you butcher it,
Gubernatorial.
gubernatorial.
Yeah. I don't want to say it like Arnold. Just always wants to kind of come out that way.
Gubernatorial, California. I don't know how much this even matters for national politics. Not much, really. It's really about Virginia, but it's more of a
Litmus test in
an
a way.
early statement from a part of the country that's known to have been red, went purple, and is now handily blue. A lot of it over, it's kind of a shot at Biden. The polls are ridiculously low. People have lost tremendous amounts of faith in him. A lot of Democrats have, and it's certainly independents. Republicans never had much faith in him to begin with. But a lot of this is the education, the trans rights arguments, parents getting involved, the CRT argument seems like everybody's having nowadays. And a lot of it blew up on a national level with the story that we haven't really touched on here. It was kind of going through the news cycle as we started back up. So, but of the girl that was raped in the bathroom
Oh, yeah.
in one of the schools there by a guy in a skirt who went and the story was buried. This happened months and months ago, and it was buried by the superintendent, the school board, because they really were fighting hard for this trans rights woke bullshit agenda.
Yeah.
And this would really this is
Worst
the
case scenario.
ultimate fear.
Yeah.
The ultimate fear for anybody that's against trans is that guys are going to fucking game the system and show up in shitty lipstick and a skirt and go into the bathroom and attack your daughter. Whether that's realistic, probably not.
No.
But it happened in this case. And this kid happened to be wearing a skirt. Well, I do have a piece of advice for that schoolboy's mom who decided to give an interview to the Daily Mail.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Anytime the Daily Mail calls and wants to sit down in your kitchen with you, you shut the door. You hang up
that's
the
a
phone.
hard pass.
You do not sit down in your kitchen with the Daily Mail reporter and give an exclusive fucking interview to the Daily Mail.
Oh, boy.
And I have it here, and you can see by my highlights.
It's
I did a number on this fucking story, and I'm going to read it to you because I think you'll see some stuff in here where you go, yeah, okay. Maybe I'm selling this too much, but
we'll see.
so he raped this female classmate in the girl's bathroom, charged with sexually assaulting another girl months later. Says her son does not identify as a female, and it wasn't just some disguise to slip into the girl's bathroom.
Okay.
The mom, she doesn't give her name for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
I don't know why she would give her comment either. The mother defended his actions as that of a heterosexual hormonal teen. In the case of the rape, he'd had consensual sex with her a couple times before.
Okay.
He's a 15-year-old boy that wanted to have sex in the bathroom with somebody that was willing. See, the willing part is the part
Yeah, it's
gets into trouble there.
definition of willing is.
And they're twisting this just enough to make it a political hot-button issue. The story exploded really when Scott Smith, who was the father of the son, I thought the treatment they gave him in the media was shameful, having the picture all over the paper of him with half his ass hanging out, his belly hanging out, bloody lip, like he was some maniac. And this led to, domestic terrorist tags put on parents.
Right.
The FBI, Merrick Garland's swooping the FBI in to check out these domestic terrorist parents who were fucking pissed off about this and it being buried. And this guy lost his shit. Troy, I can only imagine what you would do.
Go ape shit. Yep.
If one of your girls, this happened to her, and then the fucking school district buried it,
Yeah.
and the boy went on to rape another girl,
Yep.
and you are being shouted down, condescended to in a fucking school board meeting as a parent, how do you think you would react?
Oh, he would not rape anyone else ever.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
Travis, I think you'd be the same way.
No comment.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Good
Plausible
boy.
deniability. Yeah.
So he was dragged out of the school board meeting with a bloodied mouth June 22nd after listening to school officials deny that a girl had been assaulted in the bathroom after his daughter had reported the rape. So they're going, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Just shove that off. And he knew what the real thing was. The case has become the searing tip of a raging debate in Loudoun County over trans students' rights and parents' freedom of speech. The school board has been routinely accused of pushing an ultra-liberal agenda on kids and parents, silencing those that disagree with him. Despite his androgynous style and declaration that he's pansexual, the boy's mother insisted that he isn't gender-fluid boogeyman in a culture war about trans politics. He would wear a skirt one day, and then the next he would wear jeans and a T-shirt or polo and a hoodie. He was trying to find himself, and that involved all kinds of styles. I believe he was doing it because it gave him attention he desperately needed and sought. At the same time, she concedes her son is deeply troubled, acknowledging his extensive history of misbehavior that included sending nude photos of himself to a girl
Oh, well, I mean.
in
who
fifth
hasn't-
grade.
Oh, Jesus.
In fifth grade. He's sending dick pics in fifth
Are you
grade.
really proud of it in fifth grade? Maybe.
I wouldn't have thought so. I wouldn't have thought any boy in fifth. Like, I don't know where you guys were with the ladies in fifth grade, but they still had cooties to be in fifth
Right.
grade. Sure as shit wasn't sending them dick pics, even
No.
with all the opportunity in the world.
No.
I mean, fair?
Very fair. Yeah, I hadn't even really kissed a girl in fifth grade, I don't think.
No.
A couple little,
I don't even think
Goofy
that,
ones,
dude.
yeah.
Cooties. Full on cooties mode.
No, I
Fifth
had,
grade.
a girlfriend.
Did you really?
Fourth grade,
That doesn't
yeah.
surprise me.
Yeah, you, but
I could see,
but
of all my friends,
girlfriend,
I could
mean,
see you sending dick pics in fifth grade.
We were a legit couple.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. So mom reached her own breaking point with him in October when he phoned her from juvie. He asked me how I was doing. I said, I'm broken. I'm shattered. You shattered me. Do you have any idea what you've done to me, what you've done to your family? His response was, no, what did I do? He's in juvie for raping a girl.
Oh yeah.
At that point, I was like, you know what? I love you. I always will. I'll do everything I can to always be there for you in any capacity possible. But I told him, you need to call your father from now on. Do not call me. I need to heal.
I'll
and I need
always
you to
be there
figure this
for
out
you,
for
but don't
yourself.
call me.
I need you to figure this out for yourself. We're 15-year-old son. She did show up for his juvenile court appearance Monday. She sat in the gallery fuming at the boy's father, who defied her wishes and brought the new girlfriend with him.
Oh jeez. Get
So
over it.
she's sitting in court, just like, fucking bitch. He brought his floozy with him. He'd asked about bringing his wife, and I said, she's the reason you have been absent in our son's life. I hate her. I don't want her in the courthouse. I'm in the mix every day dealing with 3 probation officers, detectives, the Commonwealth, and I don't know how many lawyers, and you're in your own little safety bubble in New Jersey. And he didn't listen to me. They even brought a friend. Brought a friend to the kid's rape trial? Jesus.
Moral support.
Okay. He was found guilty on May 28th for sexual assault at the Stonebridge High School. The judge substantiated charges of forcible sodomy and forcible fellatio.
Whoa. Oh, that's really getting after it.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was sent back to the Juvie Detention Center pending a hearing November 15th on the
Was
second
it in
case.
that order? Did we go ATM or Is that chronological?
I'll get to
the
that.
charges? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Do we
coming.
have? All right. Just
It's
checking.
coming. Yeah.
Oh, no pun intended.
So he's pending a hearing November 15th on the second case, which occurred at Broad Run High School in the same county, October 6th, a month after the district transferred him there. In that incident, he allegedly pulled the girl into a classroom and groped her somehow.
Okay.
Irate parents accused the district of a cover-up, questioning how a teen with a pending rape case was allowed to stay in the district to commit another sex crime. Fair question by the parents.
That's true.
I would
However,
think.
innocent until proven guilty.
So, yeah, the first victim's father, Scott Smith, blasted the trans bathroom rules that he said allowed a gender-fluid boy to enter the bathroom and rape his daughter. Wasn't long before stories about the teen's past began to surface. One involved an incident from 5th grade when he was 11 and sent dick pics to a female classmate. Police got involved, but that girl's parents decided against pursuing charges so long as the district kept him away from their daughter. So this is going on when he's 11.
Yeah.
The mom confirmed the account, but snapped, "What the fuck does that have to do with anything?"
Okay.
Well,
it's a trend.
pattern of behavior, perhaps.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that have to do with? So he was taking dick pics in 5th grade. The fuck does that have to do with anything? That's her quote, not mine.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Okay.
What are they trying to do? Did they hire an investigation to dig up everything and ruin him for the rest of his life? Mom, you're not helping. You're really not helping.
Going off the rails here.
The mom made no secret of the fact that his son has been repeatedly suspended for misbehavior. He's been a challenging child his whole life. Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Which I've dealt with myself and done a bang-up job, Mom.
Obviously.
Yeah. My son's gone through multiple forms of counseling and therapy, resources here at school, friends, family. It's been 15 years of hell trying to get him to do better and be better.
Yeah. Well.
She said he was a smart kid, used to take AP classes, but didn't do much homework and earned average grades. After he sent the photos in 5th grade, I walked him through every message exchange, photo exchange, and broke it down. I was like, okay, this is what you sent. What were you thinking? Imagine going through your dick pic history with your mom, sitting down, image by image with your mom. What were you thinking when you sent this hairless ball set to this girl? What were you thinking?
It could be awkward.
That could be a horrible. I couldn't have that. I'd just be like, hang me, just shoot me. Don't make me sit down with my mom and go through the
Text by text
of my dick pics to another 11-year-old. So, okay, this is what you said. What were you thinking? What were you hoping to get out of this? And then I'd be like, this is not respectable or respectful. I did not raise you to be like this. The boy would spend Christmas with his dad in Jersey. After Christmas 2018, he came back more defiant than usual and asked to live with his dad and stepmom. He spent the next year plus in the Garden State. It was during that period he started having regular sex at age 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing these days.
Yeah, I guess. 13 just seems awfully young. Whatever. June 2020, he moved back in with his mom. The next year, his world imploded. The rape happened the afternoon of May 28th, the Friday before Memorial Day. They'd previously had sex in the bathroom, and they'd arranged to meet there again at lunchtime. According to her testimony, he followed her into the stall where she told him she was not in the mood for sex. He threw her on the floor and forced her to perform sex acts. He flipped me over. I was on the ground and couldn't move, and he sexually assaulted me. He only stopped when someone else walked in. Later that same day, the boy's mom was summoned to the school where they told her there'd been an incident involving her son. Okay.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
She wasn't given any details and left the school without knowing what he'd done. Excuse me?
Hey.
Excuse me? Is that how those parent-teacher meetings would go?
Maybe because of the investigation. Maybe they're limited on what they can actually say if there's an active police investigation. That's the only thing I can think of, perhaps.
I would just go, okay, so you felt the need to call me down here to the school to say there was an incident involving my son?
Yeah, you got to pick them up to get them the fuck out of there. But believe me, the detectives will be knocking on your door here shortly, probably. Why he was able to just go home from school and why there weren't cops involved right then and there, probably because of his age. I'm not sure, but
So she took her son to a nearby library, where at this point she doesn't know what he's done.
yeah.
She took him to the library, sat him down on a bench, and asked. And so I got his side of the story. So Mom's going to tell what his side of the story was now.
Okay.
Again, the conversation with my mom about dick pics I'm sending to a girl and then going through those pics would be rather uncomfortable.
Well, they've already crossed that bridge, so this is not new territory for them.
So I got his side
Dinner
of
conversation, apparently.
yeah, some families,
Yeah.
you know.
What are you gonna
I
do?
guess all families are different.
Open communication.
Yeah. So I got his side of the story. At that point, I was like, okay, well, this is going to be a shitstorm. Her quote. Her quote. This is going to be a shitstorm, she says.
She was right.
Oh, my son just told me how he fucking raped a girl in the bathroom, and all she can think is, oh, great, this is going to be a real shitstorm. He said she wasn't feeling that well that day, and that was the reason they entered the bathroom for the first time that day. He said she was sick. He told his mom that he'd accompanied her to the bathroom earlier in the day to make sure she was okay. He said she wasn't feeling well that day, and that was the reason they entered the bathroom a first time that day. He was worried about her, Mom said. He was worried about her, how she was feeling. He touched her forehead and brought her water. They talked about having sex later in the day.
Yeah, get better.
I don't know exactly who started that conversation.
He did.
He'd mentioned something about hooking up with her and that she was wishy-washy and was like, yeah, maybe. I still don't feel well. We'll see. So then he followed her in the bathroom a second time that afternoon. It started with, are you feeling okay? And her responding that she was feeling much better than this morning. So he took that as an
Game
invite.
on.
Game
Yeah.
on. All right, you're feeling a lot better than earlier.
Sounds like a yes to me.
He depicted the rape as an accident to Mom.
Okay.
He didn't mean to insert, this is her quote, not mine.
Okay.
He didn't mean to insert himself in her anus and was surprised when it caused her pain.
Oh, well, I mean, we've all been there, am I right?
Not at 15.
Well, yeah. It's awkward. The angles are weird in a stall. I can imagine the awkwardness of it, you know.
The horrifying nature of this conversation with my mother. Just
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm going to talk to my boys about this, Ma. Really get some therapy going on with them. But I don't think I can tell you about
I give her a lot of
accidentally
credit for hanging
butt
in there
fucking
with
a
this.
15-year-old in the
Well, that was
in the stall.
accidental. That was accidental.
Yeah. And you should have known it would cause pain, asshole. You don't have to be 15 to know that, right?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, that's the power behind it. That's you know.
I don't think they get it at that point.
He knew she was in pain. He said, "Are you okay?" She said, "That hurt." He's like, "What kind of pain?" Slight headache, sir. What do you mean? What kind of pain?
You stabbed my colon. What do you mean, what kind of pain?
What kind of pain? She believed her son's version of events. He was showing genuine concern. Then she proceeded to berate the girl. If I was in a position where I was about to be raped, I would be screaming, kicking everything. You're 15. You can reasonably defend yourself. You're not going to just sit there and take it. And so because there wasn't a presence of a fight, he felt it was okay to keep going. She said the girl didn't immediately report it. First, the two went to study hall, where she told another girlfriend what happened. The girlfriend became furious and confronted him. He, in turn, confronted the victim, asked what she'd said. A short time later, she went to the principal's office to report the rape. The boy's mom accompanied him back to school the following Tuesday. She said it was then that the principal broached another subject, her son's gender identity. He was wearing a skirt at the time of the attacks. The principal of Stonebridge was trying to delicately tap dance around this sensitive situation. So I was like, all right, can you please just ask the question you want to know? That's when he was like, well, what does he identify as? He identifies as male. Oh, we never knew that, he told her. Did anybody ask? She found it disturbing and offensive
Okay.
that no one had asked this. Of this whole story, that's what she found disturbing and offensive.
No one asked what he identified as. Okay.
First of all, he is not transgender. And I think this is all doing an extreme disservice to those students who actually identify as trans. He would wear a skirt one day, the next he would wear jeans and a t-shirt. Blah, 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 blah. It wasn't until July 6th that the detective called the boy's mother to report his imminent arrest. She chose to drive him down to the station. He spent the next couple of weeks at juvie. After his release, she spent weeks trying to work on his behavior. We worked hard through reading books and digging through baggage and, addressing whatever demons he may hold towards his father, towards me, towards life, to get him to do better, to be better. We spent the whole summer, every day, breaking down the incident and breaking down respect and consideration with women. Come August, it was also time to prepare for school, a challenge because the court ordered him not to return to Stonebridge. I asked my lawyer and noted the court order says he can't go back to Stonebridge. What am I doing for school? And the lawyer's like, ooh, good question. So there's all kinds of legal stuff, and they finally decided to send him.
Somewhere else.
Yeah, they send him to Broad Run.
So you can just send him to a different school.
In the district, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So he missed the first 10 days as everything was sorted out. She arranged to meet with the new principal. So we finally had that meeting. And then she said her voice trailed off, but she alluded to the October 6th incident involving her son. Her son allegedly dragged a girl into a classroom and inappropriately touched her. Police were called and he was arrested the same day. Still, she doesn't know what to make of those charges. She respects the lead detective, doesn't question there was an incident, obviously. But I didn't hear my son's side of it because he was being hauled into the juvie before I could talk to him.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
so,
didn't mean to grab her boob. Just, it happened.
yeah, sure. And with the history, I mean, you wouldn't want to look at the history and go,
No, there's a pattern.
maybe our self-teaching classes over the summer between this wonderful mom and son.
Well, listen, I know it's a tough spot for a parent.
Yeah, no, I
It's a
agree.
tough spot to be. You
That's where you need to call in reinforcements.
Probably.
Maybe get someone other than
scared straight.
checking out your own book at the library and trying to figure it out on your own.
Yeah, you could.
I think it goes a little deeper than that.
It sounds like she tried to get some professional help, some different counseling and therapies and things like that. Some kids are just fucked up.
Yeah.
You know,
Delete them. Both you and I know this trans policy has been a hot topic for close to 10 years now. Parents were looking for that one case, that one piece of evidence that shows that boys are going to take advantage of this and rape their daughters. That's been in the mix since transgender ID was even presented as a possibility, as a policy. And so it happened. Yeah, your son.
yeah. Well, I don't think it had anything to do with him being trans. So that's the irony. This whole fucking story is the fact that he was wearing that is irrelevant. He could have been in jeans as a dude and just walked in there and banged his girlfriend in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I don't think the fact that he was dressed like that, he wasn't hiding. He didn't sneak in with a wig and makeup like they're never going to know I got a dick.
Yeah.
I'm just
Well,
going to
he-
sneak in here with all the ladies and get me some.
He
He
tried
went in
to-
there to go bang his girlfriend. He would have
Yeah.
done it if he was dressed as a guy, if he was dressed as a girl.
Yeah, probably.
So it had
But
nothing
he
to do with
identified
their...
as pansexual. What is pansexual?
I don't, you fuck frying pans. I don't know.
Yeah,
Whatever.
maybe.
I think it's both or all or
Yeah,
whatever.
or you don't identify as one or the
Yeah,
other.
who knows? Whatever.
So now she's going to take on the parent. News of the second incident, having been told through informal channels that it was the same boy, made him snap. And so he was not going to be quieted. This is Scott, the father. Made him snap. He was not going to be quieted. He was going to let the world know that his daughter was raped by this trans boy that took advantage of a trans policy. So between Scott being all riled up from his position, and he leaked information about it.
Oh, boy.
And I told him to shut up about it, and he wouldn't. What a monster.
Mistrial.
It was inevitable for this to spread like wildfire. Boy, mom is taking the wrong
yeah.
position on
Yeah,
a lot of
she's-
these things.
I'm losing a little faith in her.
Yeah. What is the end game on this? My son's going to be going on the sex registry and be committed to some Megan's Law for the rest of his life because he had 15-year-old hormones.
I would think it's more of the forceful butt sex.
Yeah.
Than the hormones.
Accidental, according to him.
Allegedly.
Alleged.
Yeah. And
This is not alleged.
I
I mean,
can
it was-
empathize with that.
Yeah. After 2 weeks of silence, she spoke with her son Sunday night. It got ugly quickly when she
I
brought
bet
up his dad.
Oh.
I asked him if he was talking to his father and how that was going. And he's like, it was nice feeling that his dad had his back, whereas other people who previously had his back had fallen off. It was another sharp stab to my gut. And I asked him again, have you figured out what you've done? And he said, no. I was like, dude, you have no idea what's going on.
Dude.
That's her quote.
Yeah.
She said, dude, not
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Next time they call, just hang up.
Just hang up.
Don't take
don't-
that interview.
You don't, you know, this is like the guilty guy that's going to talk to the cops, you know, and thinks he's just going to
Say
be
way
smooth.
too much.
He's going to be smooth.
Yeah.
3 kids talk to the cops. 3 kids go to jail for the rest of their lives.
Right.
And the one kid that goes, I want my lawyer. And that dude goes home because he didn't say shit in that room. Yeah,
Lesson
that's
to
the
be
lesson.
learned.
The lesson here, when you're in the middle of one of the most hot button topics in the nation,
Yeah.
and the Daily Mail calls, no inglés. You're not home.
I just don't think it has anything to do with being the trans. That's the irony of the whole thing is that it really doesn't. It's being used and manipulated for that, but it would have happened regardless. Didn't have anything to do with how he was dressed or any of that bullshit or what their policy on the bathroom was. He just went into the bathroom to go bang his girlfriend.
You know, every generation of kids has their rebellious thing. Not to take anything away from the trans movement. You know?
Oh, sure.
Do you? Whatever. But, you know, I don't know what ours would have been. You know, the generations grow their hair long after the Beatles.
Pin in our
You know,
pants.
Pin in your pants. Yeah. Dumb styles that you look back on. And there's not a person that's our age that doesn't look back in horror at some stupid haircut they had or some stupid outfit they wore that they thought was cool.
Sure.
I remember remember the Colors brand?
Oh,
like
Benetton?
No, not Colors by Benetton. It was like for black kids.
Whoa.
It was. I mean, it was like
FUBU
before FUBU, and it was like their hats were like panel, like red, green, blue. It was like a rainbow
Red,
panel.
black, and green?
Not red, black, and green, but
okay.
that shit too.
Yeah.
The red, black, and green was big with the Africa logo.
Yeah.
And white kids would stumble about the mall wearing that.
Surprising, I don't remember Colors, but
Colors, dude, for sure. I had one of those hats.
Okay.
And I mean, it wasn't like I was trying to be, but it was like, hip hop was coming into its day. It was cool. And look back now and you're just like, oh, you fucking super douche. What are you doing? Why would you be wearing that hat? So, you look at Harry Styles. He can't do enough magazine covers where he's not wearing a dress or a skirt.
Right.
So for this generation, there's a lot of that going on. So I think you're absolutely right. And this probably had nothing to do with him being trans.
Yeah.
Probably had to do with being cool, as his mom says, being accepted and desperate for attention.
Yeah.
Well,
I can see this if it's
one
some
way to get
trans
attention.
guy in a mall restroom or something waiting for somebody to walk in, but when it's your girlfriend / whatever, but fuck buddy, whatever she was.
Let's see if pansexual gets him off the hook
I don't think
for
so.
anything.
Why? What's it going to do? I think rape is pretty much rape. I don't think the Pam.
No.
has anything to do with it. I think I can help with this Pam situation.
No. I was no. I'm wondering if that's a word you can like cis.
I'm sorry, you're saying Pam or
Pan.
Pan.
Pansexual.
Pam.
Pan.
Okay.
If it's a way of being part of the movement without actually having to do anything.
Oh.
So that's what I mean by that.
I think it's
I'll tell you what it means.
okay. Yeah, let's get a
Not
definition.
limited in sexual choice with regard to biological sex, gender, or gender identity. Not limited in sexual choice.
Yeah.
With regard. So that's kind of an easy
It's a-
catch-all
it's
way
all-
of going,
it's all
you don't know
encompassing.
what I am. I may be. I may not
Damn
be.
guy, Tampa girl.
But you don't have to do shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You're not
an amoeba
declaring
in the sexual world.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody
Anyway.
puts baby in a corner.
Nobody. Couple other things. Loudoun County, this fight goes on. Public school board meeting. A mother claimed in a now viral video that her daughter asked her whether she was born evil because she was a white person.
Clearly.
That's a problem. My children are now in private school and thriving. We'd specifically moved into this district because of its great reputation, yet we've been chased out of the school system due to the swift and uncompromising political agenda of superintendents William Ziegler and the school board that have forced upon us. I wish I could return my kids to these. The private schools are expensive, and I want my kids to be able to walk home from school with their friends in our own community. I refuse to allow you to destroy our schools. They are not your schools. They are our schools. You should all be ashamed, and you should have the moral courage to admit that you're wrong and step down. Another said, I don't trust you with my 14-year-old daughter in your care. You know, after what happened to this other girl being raped, and you just moved this kid over to the other
that's
school. I don't
the
trust
handling
you.
of
Sorry.
it is. I mean, you can't stop everything from happening, but
Yeah.
how you handle it going forward is where it gets a little tricky, and they fucked that up. I can't believe they let them come back in the same district. Like, you can't come to this school because you raped somebody, but you can go across the.
Yeah, but what are they
over
going to
there.
do? They're not going to ship him to another district if he's not in the district.
Well, I mean, expel him. I don't know what you do.
I don't know what you do either.
You just can't come back here. No more of the rapings in our school.
I don't know.
Go rape over somewhere else, but not in our school.
I pulled this next story just to show you the hypocrisy. This relates a little bit to the story we did yesterday about Shitgate,
Okay.
Poopy Pants Biden,
Yeah.
and the fine folks at Snopes. No political agenda on their end. Who, we laid
rumor
out.
is not a fact.
A rumor is not a fact. And so we declare this false, not unknown, not, word still out. Just fact.
False.
This is a false claim. Why? Because rumor is not a fact. And we pulled up some evidence that, some people were pointing out that he changed his suit while at the Vatican.
Yeah.
Seems a bit odd to have a costume change while at the Vatican. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. It's a rumor, but worth looking into.
Probably more common than we think.
Maybe, but the word was that there was an extended stay at the at the Vatican because of a bathroom incident involving
Yeah.
former Vice President Joe Biden. And so we were like, okay, well, that sounds interesting. And they made this in a day. This is a false claim because rumor is not a fact. I was like, okay. So, meme starts going around. And while copying and pasting is very, very hard to do, very, very hard to do. I mean, putting letterhead out there, like from the desk of the former President Trump, whatever, hard to do.
Very difficult. Yep.
Yeah. So the claim,
High level stuff.
Snopes has put this claim out here. In October 2021, just the other day, former President Trump published a statement in which he gloated over an on-set shooting incident involving the actor Alec Baldwin. The rating we give it is unproven. We just don't know.
Okay. So that is a thing with them, apparently.
Yeah, unproven, right
Okay.
there, unproven, and a question mark.
We just don't know.
There's just no way to know.
No.
Now, the Biden one, we were able to fact check immediately
Absolutely.
without any information.
Yeah.
We didn't give you a synopsis. We just said rumors are not facts, and so this is a false claim.
Yep.
Declared, right? We were all witness to it. We read the story. So for this one, unknown. We don't know.
Okay.
So in October, so just a couple days ago, social media users enthusiastically shared what appeared to be a screenshot of a statement issued by former President Trump gloating over the incident in which Baldwin discharged a prop gun while fatally shooting director of photography Elena Hutchins and injuring the director Joel Souza. In the widely shared statement attributed to Trump, dated October 27th, former president appeared to mock Baldwin and gloat over the shooting. So this was put out apparently from official paper letterhead with Trump, from his website. There's a whole team that puts out press releases.
Yeah.
A great president, in
Parentheses.
me.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
So right away,
Yeah.
this says all the whole. To me, this sounds like a hack comedian
Yep.
trying to write a bit
Yep.
using things that you could potentially see the president saying.
Sure.
So this works when you're doing parody script writing,
AKA Alec Baldwin.
right? Cliff Notes Theater. You think of Cliff Notes Theater.
Sure.
Just get in the ballpark of what this actor might sound like, a line they might say. A great president, me, once said I could shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters. Now Alec Baldwin, a total loser, has taken his impression of me to a new low by testing out this theory. Alec, you aren't me. Now you're going to prison as you should have because of that awful, terrible job you did on SNL, in paren, which I have hosted.
That part, up until then, I would have given it a maybe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past them. But the part that I had hosted, I think that
show which I
loses
have
me.
hosted.
Yeah.
That
Up till that point,
that reeks of a fake bullshit statement put out on fake letterhead,
Sure.
claiming to be from the office of the former president.
yeah.
Right? The statement strongly appears to have been a fabrication and not one actually issued by Trump himself. However, we have not yet found evidence that definitively establishes it was bogus.
Okay.
Seems like a different standard than they took
Slightly.
yesterday's story, doesn't it?
Slightly, yeah.
Same group, same fact-checking group, right? Not a
Snopes,
different one.
right, yeah.
Snopes. And we cannot rule out the possibility that it was posted on Trump's website before quickly being deleted. As a result, we are issuing a rating of unproven. If relevant evidence becomes available, we will update this fact check accordingly. Like many of Trump's actual statements, the screenshot contained a Save America logo and bore the headline, Statement by Donald J. Trump, 45th President of the United States of America. Those features no doubt gave many social media users the impression it was authentic. However, several factors suggest it was not. First, as of October 29, the statement was not available on the news section of Trump's website, where his public pronouncements reside since his suspensions from Twitter and Facebook. Furthermore, archived versions of that page from October 28 do not contain the statement either. This undermines the hypothesis that the statement was deleted after being posted, but not fatally so. Not fatally so. It is
We're
possible.
still not convinced.
It is possible, in theory, that the statement was posted and then quickly deleted during a short window of time on October 27th and therefore not captured in the archived versions of the news section. Secondly, we did not find any social media posts that contain a link to the Baldwin statement, even though each of the statements posted to Trump's website has its own link. For example, social media posts or news articles are shared widely, but the original web post itself is not. This is often a sign that the screenshots are likely bogus. Thirdly, the date format in the Baldwin screenshot, month, date, year, did not match the one used uniformly on Trump's own website, which is 2 numbers for month, or 2 letters for month, 2 letters for day, 2 letters for year, instead of writing out September and then a number and then 2021. Yeah. September 7th, 2021 is how this was posted, whereas Trump's on all of their letterhead is just 2 letters for month, 2 numbers for day, 2 numbers for year.
Sounds pretty definitive to me.
Yeah.
Maybe he did that as a red herring.
It also did not contain the social media sharing widgets, are also a ubiquitous feature of Trump's authentic statements. Though it is possible in theory that those responsible for posting the Baldwin message temporarily deviated from the standard date format and temporarily omitted social media sharing widgets, it is unlikely, especially because the statements dated after the 27th again used this month, date, year format and contained the widgets. The statement was therefore highly likely to have been a fabrication. However, we have not found definitive evidence to establish that, and we can't rule out the possibility, though, that although unlikely, the statement was posted in an unusual format before being quickly deleted. For now, our rating is just unproven.
Well, theory is not a fact, clearly.
Yeah.
Nor is a rumor. Interesting.
Yeah.
That does seem to be quite the double standard. The hypocrisy is not lost on me. No.
But it's not like we have to go back months. Like,
Oh.
didn't we do a story where Snopes really just kind of fucking
Really just shit
no, it
themselves.
was yesterday. It was
Thanks
yesterday.
for making it way easier.
And Snopes didn't do anything on yesterday's story like they did here.
No.
The typical thing for Biden when he
just-
shits his pants is DEFCON 5 kicks in. They rush him to a bathroom. There's 6 guards around him.
No, none
Anytime
of
he
it.
shit his diapers in the past,
Well,
this is
there's
protocol.
just- yeah.
They would have
It's a
broke
rumor.
protocol.
Clearly, they said it is a rumor, and a rumor is not a fact. So we're going to go false on this.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
When is this going to stop?
When's it going to stop?
Really?
You can just
When
see it,
is
dude.
it
It just-
ever? Like, it's just it's scary.
Yeah, the vote tonight in Virginia, which will probably be decided by the time most people listen to what we're talking about right now. So I know that, but
The mess, even no matter what the elections do, the message is not going to change.
well, they'll have to take a hard look at it because this shouldn't even be close. This is an area that Biden won by double digits over Trump.
Yeah.
This is a blue area. To have this come down and even be close, win or lose, Republican versus Democrat, if it's even close, that is a damning statement, indictment on what people think about this president and what's been going on with this country. And people were desperate to go back to the way it was. Just what you were feeling right there. Like, is this ever going to stop?
Yeah.
People are desperate to go back to just give me before COVID even.
Right.
Just get me before there. This nonsense that where everything just feels wrong and you feel like you're being lied to on the daily by people you hoped and wished you could trust.
Wouldn't that be nice?
It'd be nice.
Just to get some real,
Yeah.
actual truth,
Yeah.
not somebody's opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, this is so funny, dude. This Let's Go Brandon is literally taking over the nation.
Yeah.
I mean, it is crazy. And I'll be honest with you, if you're one of those people that is left wing or whatever and hates this, the way to make people stop doing it is not to act like the world's on fire
Sure.
because of Let's Go Brandon.
Lean into it. Haha,
Lean
good
in.
one. That's funny. Okay.
Remember when you guys shit his pants on the golf course? That was funny too.
Yeah.
Let's Go Brandon is really just it's a political statement. It's not an act of war.
battle
It's
cry.
not a terrorism. It's going, no, you motherfuckers, what you're doing right now doesn't make sense to a lot of people. A lot of people see your policies and what you're doing, whether it's Afghanistan, whether it's the southern border, whether it's the fight in the school systems, whether it's the news media, and Let's Go Brandon is a giant double middle finger to power. That's all it is.
Our expectations
it's a
were
double
pretty
middle
low,
finger
but
to power.
holy fuck, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. It's a double middle finger to power.
Yeah.
Since when has the power establishment and all their outlets of power, Hollywood, the media, unions, Wall Street. Fuck those people. If you don't feel like it's going in the right direction, like 71% of the country right now,
And growing.
fuck Joe Biden in a PG version. Let's go, Brandon. Wink and a nod is hilarious. I'm sorry. Do better. If you don't want people saying, let's go, Brandon, they're saying, fuck you, Joe Biden. That's what America thinks about your policies.
We know what they're saying, no. We know what you're saying, no. That's the
Fuck
hook.
Joe Biden.
No, let's go, Brandon.
Oh, let's go, Brandon.
We know what they're saying, no.
We know what you're saying, no?
my
No,
favorite
but
part of that
that's
song.
you should take that seriously when a gigantous portion of the nation is saying, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
We see what's going on, and let's go, Brandon. Wink and a nod to everybody that agrees.
I think it'd happen if they had a redo on the vote right now.
Oh,
You think? I mean, do you really think it would flip?
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I do.
I think people.
I do. Yes, I think it would flip. Today, these two people. Do I think it will in 2024? I don't know.
Nah.
Today, if
Yeah.
you were to have the election, Biden versus Trump, I think Trump wins because there's enough independents and well-to-do white people that stayed home because they were offended by Donald Trump who are appalled
Yeah.
at what they're seeing from this administration. They're appalled at the Afghan withdrawal, 13 troops being slaughtered by ISIS in Afghanistan and acting like, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? Leaving thousands of people that helped us, worked with us behind, leaving American citizens behind, and then just declaring some throwaway comment like, yeah, a lot of them didn't want to leave. Yeah, well, why didn't they want to leave? Because you wouldn't let them bring their fucking kids and their wife, asshole.
Yep.
They didn't want to stay there. Nobody wants to stay in fucking Afghanistan.
Nobody.
You kidding me? You would only let them get on the plane, but you're supposed to leave your fucking wife and 3 young children behind?
Yep.
So no, those people decided they didn't want to go. Under those circumstances, kind of relevant to the story.
Yeah.
So those people that really the problem Trump had was a lot of fucking educated white people didn't vote for him. More blacks voted for him, more Hispanics voted for him. 12 million more people than voted for him the first time voted for him. So those people that sat this one out this time, I think would absolutely go, no. No.
All right,
I don't
all right.
want
I
the
think we
border
might
run
fuck
roughshod
this one up.
over. This was horrible. For all Trump's flaws, and believe me, there are mountains of them. This guy is a clueless shitbag that's sitting in the office right now, the former Vice President Joe Biden. Shitbag. So yeah, I think it would flip today.
Yeah.
Can they change that narrative over the next 3 years? Absolutely.
Probably. We'll see.
Absolutely. This is the first step. Tonight's vote is the first step. But corporate media, the mainstream media, is melting down over Let's Go Brandon. The comparisons are utterly hilarious to me. Because I told you what it was. It's a middle finger to things
Yeah.
people don't feel like they don't
Clearly.
feel good about.
Yeah.
They're chanting it at stadiums. There's nothing you can do about that. Sorry, deal with it.
Yeah.
Do better.
Yeah.
Have better policies.
The people have spoken.
The people are speaking.
Yeah.
Corporate media and liberal reporters have come together, united in common causes. Everyone from allegedly neutral reporters to far left pundits have gone nuclear in an attempt to shut down 3 words. What are those 3 words, Troy?
Fuck Joe Biden.
Let's go, Brandon.
Oh, yeah. Whoops.
Memes, jokes, and comments immediately began to spread across the internet, posted by users mocking NBC's coverage during an interview where the famous fuck Joe Biden chant started, have now been replaced in some venues with Let's Go Brandon chants. This is, I think, a witty and funny viral take on the media's dishonesty, and that they tell us something that is clearly not true. We can see with our own eyes, and that is why I think it's so popular with so many people. I think Clay Travis is right on with this one.
Yeah.
But the chants have infuriated the left, resulting in an onslaught of angry tweets, columns, and hot takes from liberal pundits. NPR labeled the term vulgar, and CNN's Edward Isaac Dover was so offended by the phrase that he called it an inside joke telling the president of the United States to perform a sexual act on himself.
That's quite the definition.
Wow, okay. Getting a little serious there, Ed.
Yeah, take it
Calm
easy.
down. Washington Post reporters Ashley Parker and Carissa Wolf wrote on what they considered vitriol from Biden critics in a piece titled, Biden's Critics Hurl Increasingly Vulgar Taunts. The article claimed the current eruption of anti-Biden signs and chants, however, is on another level, far more vulgar and widespread than anything seen in previous administrations.
Any? Weren't they selling like fuck Trump shirts, glasses, hats, all that? I mean,
I remember Robert De Niro, what was it, the Tonys? Where he said "fuck Trump" twice on stage, and got a standing ovation.
Exactly.
He got a standing ovation for saying "fuck Trump" twice on national TV.
They just can't see the hypocrisy. That's the saddest part of it all.
Yeah. CNN has complained about the chant on air when political analyst Maggie Haberman spoke somberly about South Carolina Republican Congressman Jeff Duncan wearing a mask with the "Let's Go Brandon" phrase on it. There's nothing serious about this. This is literally done so that he will get attention, and it's working. It's just that it involves being on the House floor, which once upon a time was supposed to be something more of a more respected space, and a space that was treated differently. Oh, you mean like Nancy Pelosi tearing up the State of the Union address on national TV on the floor? Remember that? Like a fucking child throwing a tantrum.
That was
pathetic. Oh yeah, the decorum has really sunk to a new level with "Let's Go Brandon" chants.
All-time low.
Grassroots, by the way, from the nation's citizens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's be honest about where that was. That wasn't the House minority speaker at the time, sitting on the stage on camera in full view of the nation, tearing up a State of the Union address.
Wasn't prompted, wasn't choreographed. It was just emotion.
Hilarious. The possibility of a pilot using the term caused reporters to hyperventilate. Vulgarity stand-in from Southwest Air Cockpit, Washington Post Kathleen Decker wrote, while AP's Colleen Long nearly got kicked off the flight. She was trying to go on vacation to focus on doing a story about "Let's Go Brandon" when the pilot said "Let's Go Brandon." So she bum rushed the cockpit.
Oh.
Started pounding on the door.
Take her out.
Demanding to be
Let's
let
roll.
in.
Let's roll.
Demanding to be let into the cockpit.
Oh, see?
Because
Can't do
she
that.
thinks that the pilot said "Let's Go Brandon." People are debating that, by the way, whether or not that's actually what was said.
It sounded pretty clear when
It
we
did.
listened to
It's
it.
From what I read, there's another story claimed by the AP is under question now.
Okay.
On Saturday, AP sparked a national survey claiming the pilot had signed off his greeting last Friday, "Let's Go Brandon." But further reports indicate that not only was the phrase in the audio clipped, so it was possible the pilot was saying "Let's Go Braves" rather than "Let's Go Brandon." Mm-hmm. The audio reportedly did not come from last Friday, but 2 weeks earlier, too.
Okay.
So
well, the Brandon thing still could have gone. Braves still could work if you manipulated it, I suppose, but...
Someone else said it was possible he was saying "prepare for landing," not "Let's Go Brandon." I don't know if that's
Bit
true
of a
either.
stretch on that one.
I hope it was "Let's Go Brandon."
No, yeah.
I want that
Sure.
to be a thing. And apparently pilots are doing that. I think Ben Shapiro mentioned that he was on a private flight and they handed him the whatever the walkie-talkie is pilots use to talk to each other. And they've been talking to each other, signing off "Let's Go Brandon" in the air.
Oh, really?
A lot of the pilots have. And he's like, well, I mean, whatever. It's probably not the coolest thing in the world to do, but
They
it's
cracking
kind of
down
fucking
on that,
hilarious.
like hashtag or any of that. It's like the LFG, LGB now.
Yeah.
Like, let's fucking go. Hey, hashtag. It was a big one. You could do the LGB.
I'm getting enough of those, dude. I can't keep up with them. I'm tired of looking up, like, what does this mean? These three random initials that I'm apparently supposed to know.
Can we put something with a T on the end of that just to make it extra fucked up?
What?
LGBT.
LGB?
Yeah, let's go Brandon.
Let's go Brandon today.
Let's go Brandon twice.
We're part of the LGBT too. CNN analyst Joe Lockhart managed to compare "Let's Go Brandon" to coded rhetoric from Nazis, the Ku Klux Klan, and ISIS.
Really?
You know who also had coded statements like Brandon, ISIS, the Klan, Nazis? Beginning to get the point.
I don't think there's any real code. I think it's pretty clear what everybody's saying. You're trying to hide it.
Yeah, Matt Whitlock responded, "I hope a family member is checking on you." In 2020.
And to be clear, it would be fuck Joe Biden if the chick at the NASCAR race didn't say, "Make it Let's Go Brandon."
Yeah.
That it's completely her fault that the Let's Go Brandon took off. It's not code. It's not. It started out as fuck Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Very clearly,
In
very
many
plainly.
stadiums
Yes.
across the country, it
And
was
the fact
fuck
that
Joe Biden.
that they played it that way, it makes it just hysterical.
Yeah.
To do it that way, but had that not happened, It would still be happening. It would just be fuck Joe Biden.
Fuck Joe Biden.
Yes.
And then parents would be sitting in stadiums covering their little toddlers'
Right.
ears,
Mortified.
trying to explain away. Tensions are high, Sonny. But now you're able to go,
Yeah, you
let's
can say
go,
it.
Brandon. And the
Sure.
adults wink to each other, and the kids are like, yeah, go, Brandon.
Oh, they know. Oh, they know.
Florida man faces daily fines for massive "Let's Go Brandon" sign and pro-Trump sign.
Okay.
He claims it's free speech. Look at that. It's a pretty dope house he's got there on the ocean in Florida.
Oh, yeah, that's not bad.
Trump won, and "Let's Go Brandon."
Okay.
Yeah,
And he's getting fined for this?
yeah, yeah.
Is this homeowners association fine, or is this local authority? What are we doing here?
He says, I'm here on the beach and I get a lot of traffic, and people needed to see what I believe in. Did they, though?
Well,
Did they really need to see what you believe in? That's probably going to get your house egged.
Sure.
More than anything. I mean, you're going to get the occasional guy walking by going, hell yeah, let's go, Brandon.
Yeah.
The steal is in. You'll get that, but you're going to get more likely people throwing paint cans on your house and busting your windows.
This is a nice place.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's free speech. And I wanted everyone to know that I'm a Republican and I support Donald Trump. The flags are almost 3 stories tall and have red backgrounds, white lettering. One reading, as I said, Trump won, and the other says, let's go, Brandon. A South Walton Community Code enforcement hearing was held last month and found that the Trump won banner violates the county's land development code.
Okay.
The land use code preserves the visual aesthetics of the beach community along Florida's panhandle. So Marvin Peavy is the homeowner. Peavy is being fined $50 a day, which he said violates his right to free speech. People admire people that stand up. We have got to start standing up, Bill Fletcher, the chairman of the Walton County Republican Executive Committee, said. Peavy, he is the epitome of somebody who will stand up for his First Amendment rights. He has no intention of removing these banners.
I wouldn't think so. Why would you?
Yeah.
Looks like he can afford $50 a day.
50. Well, here's the thing. He's getting people from across the country who are pledging to donate.
Sure.
One woman in Louisiana even offered to pay the fines for the next 2 years.
Okay. I got her number. I'll give her a call.
So Peavy first hoisted a Trump 2020 flag in his home last year during the election cycle, but removed it after inauguration day. That banner did not violate any codes because it was up during an election year. He then hung the Trump won banner in May, which is followed by Let's Go Brandon on Saturday. Another hearing over the banner is scheduled for November 17th. His fines will be due if the code compliance magistrate finds him in violation again, which they will.
So is it clear on when you're allowed to post said signs? If it was during election year, is there certain timelines that it's allowable?
Yeah, it sounds like there are. Just in the election season. I don't know if that's a defined set of dates.
That's what I'm curious.
Yeah.
If they just can say that. Well, that's okay. It was during the election.
Yeah, because people are going to have street signs, lawn signs, all that
Sure.
shit. So they cut some slack for that. My question isn't, I get it. There's a lot of communities. If you drive across the country, and you can go through big swaths of land where you can't find a giant McDonald's arch in the sky, or a gas station sign, where they've just got codes that say we don't want to pollute the sky. We don't want it to look like shit. So you can't have signs up. Arizona is like that. Like, it's very hard to find.
That's on his house, though.
Right, but it's a beach community, so this community codes.
What if you painted it on your house?
Good question. I don't know.
Find the fucking loophole.
Find the loophole.
Absolutely.
Here's my question to you guys. Do you think if he had a giant 3-story banner that said BLM or Black Lives Matter, that anybody would be calling in the code violation?
Obviously not.
My guess is no.
No.
They wouldn't.
Somebody
And
would
it's that
complain, but
hypocrisy.
there wouldn't be emergency hearings about it.
My guess is he could paint Black Lives Matter on the sidewalk that is not his property.
Yeah.
And people would be arrested for hate crimes if they tried to take it down. We've seen that too.
Yeah.
So
I get it.
I don't know where this goes, but a lot of these people stand up going, "Yeah, go fuck yourself. Let's go, Brandon."
It's coming to a head sooner than later. I do believe. I just don't see any other way about it.
I know.
The people are speaking.
Hey, why don't we wrap it here? I said we'd do a shorter show
Sure.
just because we got to get Trav out of here.
Hey, let me do some work.
Oh yeah, you want to do a read? Maybe we'll do one more story. Are you good with that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, you have an annual physical to make sure that you're healthy. What do you do to make sure that you remain financially fit? Mark and Jay at LPL Financial specialize in thoughtful and objective investment guidance designed to keep your finances in shape. Call today at 248-626-2000 and ask for either Mark or Jay.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Got it to work that time.
Nice job. Yeah, it was on this end. It was probably when I moved
Yeah.
the board over here.
Something came unplugged.
Something popped out. That's why it wasn't working yesterday. We have an update on a story we did last week. The guy that was on the plane in American Airlines flight, first class passenger, whatever.
Oh, I got to beat the shit out of the
fucking
waitress.
Jack, the sky waitress.
Yeah.
Twice in the face. We didn't know at the time, but he did break some bones in her face.
Really?
Yeah.
He didn't look like he was capable.
Yeah, he was kind of a wisp of a man.
Wiry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Asian man. We know his name is Brian Hsu.
Okay.
HSU. I don't know how you pronounce that. Sue.
I think the H is silent.
Okay.
Sue.
Just take it off.
Sue.
Don't look at me.
If it's silent, just
on.
take it off.
Geeks what?
Take it off. We'll call him Brian Hsu.
Sue.
He's 20. He's from Irvine, California.
20-year-old
He's
getting first
claimed-
class.
So here's his claim.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
I don't know if you buy this. Trav buys this. If he's familiar. There he is.
There he is.
He claims that she charged at him first and ran into his outstretched palm as he was traveling home after undergoing brain surgery stemming from an assault in New York City last year.
Oh.
So she charged at him and he was like, wait, stop where you are.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And she ran right into his palm and busted her nose.
Okay. What about the second one?
Well,
That was self-defense?
You know,
The second one was just instinct?
I don't
think
know.
he can get out of this for having the brain stem surgery or whatever he
I
had?
don't know. Can you beat people up if you got a foggy brain?
Maybe you can claim fucking temporary insanity or something. Like, I don't know, my brain was all fucked up. Normally I would never punch a sky waitress, but I just had this thing in my head and all of a sudden I was beating the shit out of her.
He was charged on Monday with assault and interference with a flight crew for the altercation on this trip from New York to Santa Ana.
Interference, is that really a worthwhile charge? Well, I'll give you the assault, but interference?
Yeah, I don't know what the interference part would be.
Slowing down the drink cart? What are we doing here?
I don't know. I don't know.
Seems like just a pile-on charge, that's all.
He appeared before U.S. District Judge Autumn Spaeth on Monday and was released after paying $10,000 bond. He's got to go back to court in Denver where he was arrested. Remember, they had to stop in Denver.
Yep.
On November 15th, asked by reporters if he hit the flight attendant, he replied, "No, sir." When he was asked if he had a message for her, he said, "I love America." All right. So it's a winning message, right?
Okay,
I
sure.
love America.
Could have said worse things. Yeah.
Yeah, lots
definitely.
of worse things he could say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love America. It's not bad.
No.
It's not a bad one to go with.
Yeah.
Do you have a message for her? I love America.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if he meant America Airlines or if he meant the country. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
They cut
and
his
say it's
mic before he got the airlines
the
out.
airlines. I think he just meant I love America.
Yeah.
Witnesses say he punched the flight attendant twice in the face, broke her nose after she bumped into him on the flight.
Okay.
Okay, this is the first time we've heard about her fat ass bumping into a paying customer.
Yeah.
We haven't heard that yet. Sue told police he was on the plane returning west after brain surgery in Rhode Island. He said he had suffered a skull injury after being assaulted in New York City in 2020 and was left with brain fog. He is sensitive to sound and sometimes experiences a mental fog during which thinking is difficult.
Good smart move. Yeah. Start laying that groundwork early.
Hell yeah, big.
Absolutely.
Dude, he's already got the minority status.
Yeah.
He's Asian.
I threw down the I love America
I
so
love
that
America,
they don't
yeah,
so you
yeah.
get to get that Asian hate right out of the way.
His mom was with him on the flight, by the way. Oh. She's the one you see walking in the video with him. Said that she was traveling with him and confirmed that he had a neurological condition. Sue's mother stated that after his brain injury, he had symptoms of dizziness and seems to have become more easily angered. Mm-hmm. Not the quote you want to throw out in the press, though, Mom.
No.
You know, he's got a quick temper. He's easily angered.
Well, but if you can correlate that back to a result of the surgery, then he can't necessarily be held liable or accountable necessarily for his actions if it's a result from this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm in the wrong. Yeah, I'm just saying you got to lay that groundwork. I think. No, he's the nicest guy in the world, but never hurt a fly. Well, you just beat the shit out of a fucking stewardess. So
his mom claims the victim, so the sky waitress, became angry and rushed towards Sue. Sue raised his palms to defend himself, and one of his palms hit the victim in the nose. Pow! breaking her nose.
That's a good one. Up like that.
Yeah,
That's,
really fucked
yeah.
him. Yeah, you can do some damage.
Yeah.
She said he hit her in the head with his elbow. Wait, yeah.
Knee, elbow, fist.
The flight attendant said, told investigators that Sue had hit her. She said he hit her in the head with his elbow and then charged at her flailing.
Oh,
He was doing the flailing his arms game.
yeah. I could see that.
Another flight attendant came to help his colleague, but Sue charged again. When he charged the victim this time, he struck her in the face with a closed fist of his right hand.
Oh.
Wham! She was stunned and walked into first class, where she and others barricaded themselves in with the drinks cart while he was duct taped to the chair. He hid behind the drinks cart.
Where do you get this duct tape so readily on the plane?
It must be there somewhere.
Yeah, they
have
must
it.
just
in
have
case,
it.
In case the wing's coming
How
off,
would you like to
can
be the
throw
guy
it.
in first class sitting next to him
No,
the
I-
rest of the flights?
I would have
Would you fuck with him? I'd fuck with him a little.
flicking his ear. You
Yeah.
fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Ice cubes.
Yep. Hell yeah. Just ordering tons
Oh,
of
you
drinks
drink?
and
Are you
food.
drinking that? I'll take
Oh,
that.
yeah. I'll have another double. Thank you very much. Just sit there and get sloppy in front of
This one on Sue's tab.
Following the altercation, American Airlines, Doug Parker called it one of the worst displays of unruly behavior we've ever witnessed. Last night, American Airlines had one of the worst displays we've seen when a passenger violently assaulted one of our flight attendants. Thankfully, she's recovering, and we're making sure she and her fellow crew members have the support they need. The passenger, however, will never be allowed to fly American again. We're doing everything we can to ensure they are prosecuted to the fullest extent possible. But at the end of the day, while these interactions are not the norm, even one is too many, and they must stop. Well, you're never going to stop all of them, sir.
No,
Sorry.
probably not. You can't control people.
You're not. No.
but what are you going to do?
Assaulting a flight attendant, by the way, is a felony. Could land the offender years in prison.
Yeah.
We are outraged by the reports of what took place on board. Acts of violence against our team members are not tolerated. Really? That's shocking. So, yeah, they're all in to take this cat down.
Of course, you got to make an example.
Yeah.
But he loves
He's a
America.
minority.
He's got a
He's a
chance.
minority, so we'll see.
All right.
Someone did email about this story.
Really?
Yeah. Flight attendant is the subject.
Okay.
Bitch had it coming to her.
That's the email? It's probably true.
The biggest problem in the air is they only hire these old haggle Karen cunt bags as sky waitresses instead of sweetheart 22-year-olds. Sweetheart hot 22. Yeah.
The good old days. And that
Too,
was
man. Too bad he didn't cave her Horvath face in with
Whoa.
her masked Nazism.
holy
Jeez.
cow.
Coming
Man.
strong. Coming strong. Hot take.
That is a hot take.
It's a hot take. What are you going to do?
Yow.
Last
His
thing we'll
words,
go out-
not ours.
Welcome back, Mike. Thank
These
you.
views expressed do not.
Not my views. Those are the views of and email address of
Uh-oh.
James.
Okay.
Yeah, say James.
Fair enough.
Pinpoint that. Welcome back, Mike. Thank you to everybody that's given well wishes and welcoming me back. I appreciate it. I really do. Keep them coming. Walters@DetroitCast.com. I do read all your emails. I got emails from people wanting to know where I got that ivermectin story, the Uttar Pradesh one. And
Oh, from India?
I can't find the story anywhere. Where did you find it? I'm like,
Scrubbed.
yeah, good luck finding it on Google. If you go to DuckDuckGo, you can find those stories. But
So we do our due
Google.
diligence around here.
yeah, they're hard to find unless you go to other places that don't censor your media. So, and that story I liked because it was sourced. Like every one of their claims had a source and a story along
Yeah.
with it. You know, so there's 20 sources in that one article. And if you can find holes in it, I welcome those too.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying this is a miracle cure-all drug or anything like that. I just found it interesting, and I don't want it being hidden from me.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's the
So-
scariest part, the censorship.
Yeah, so I was nice enough to email him that story. I went and found it for him and
nice.
emailed it to
There you
him.
go.
So he
Nice
can read it
interaction.
for himself. Yeah, yeah. So,
Really going the extra mile. Good for you.
hey, man,
See,
it's the new me.
it pays off.
That's right.
It pays off to email the show. See,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Welcome back, Mike. Hey, Mike, glad hearing you guys back in the air. Happy to hear you're doing much better. This is from him. Favorite ask. Can you send me the WHO article about ivermectin saving India? I heard this doc, but I could not find the article anywhere. Keep up the good work.
Well, how ironic.
Yeah.
An email just happened to be sitting there.
Yeah. No, there was one other one. I had a few
It
emails
got
out
buried in there. Oh, there it is. I see it.
There you go. See, you asked.
Sticking on the bottom of the pile.
Shall receive. Mike, you've probably read this or heard this quite a bit, but welcome back. I'm happy you're home. I've been checking for a long time to see how you're doing. There wasn't much information. Yeah, that's on me.
Zero Dark 30. Sometimes you got to shut her down.
Sometimes you just got to shut her down. I'm sorry. I know. I should have probably done things differently, but what are you going to do? I'm here now.
Yeah.
I was concerned about your health and at worst that the podcast was over with. It's good to get the train back rolling again. Good luck. I'm looking forward to all the podcasts coming. It's good to see you're doing well. T. Roy is a comical monster, by the way.
Nice.
Great side guy.
All right. Thank you.
So we know that guy's full of shit.
Yeah, no doubt.
That guy's full of stuff.
This went down.
Comical monster?
Thanks, Mom.
T-Roy is a comical monster. Yvonne, is that? T-Roy is a comical monster, by the way.
Wow.
Great side guy.
All right. All
All
right.
right. It's from your boyfriend, Doug.
Thanks, Doug.
Yeah.
See you later, babe.
All right, let's get out of here. Let's get Travis out of here.
Yes.
We'll be
Thanks.
back tomorrow. I think it's just going to be me and T-Roy.
It'll probably go way better.
Maybe. Who knows? We just might have to just do an audio one, just let it roll.
I'm
And
going to go buy the book.
I can
do a
probably
podcast
help you
for
remotely,
dummies.
actually.
Can you?
Yeah, let's try to figure that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm worried about camera switching and story pulling up. Troy sat there before.
Yeah.
Literally
But I-
just sat there.
Well, I can show you that. That's easy. I can show you that.
Yeah.
Camera one, camera two, camera one.
See,
camera
I've
two.
never sat there. I don't.
Listen,
fucking
if
have
it's you and
fun.
me, dude, I'm just leaving them both on, and we're just going to let it
That's
go.
fine. That's totally fine. I don't think people care anyway.
I'm just going to do it from there. I'll leave these like this, and I'll just go over and
You can
hit
even
start
sit
and
here.
come run back over here.
Yeah.
No, then we got to change the mic again.
That's true.
Yeah.
know,
Travis
Mike
changed
sucked.
the mic out because the mic sucked. Because
Sorry.
He sat there.
He's not listening.
No. Anyway, have a good rest of the night. Travis, thank you so much for coming over. I know your week is crazy, dude.
My pleasure.
I know your time is very, very valuable with your family. Thank your wife for us, and surely appreciate it, and it means the world. Thank you, T. Roy.
My pleasure.
We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you guys all then.